Everyone, welcome to another edition of Founder Wisdom Podcast, Author Edition. Today we have Arta Citko with us. She is an author and a brand designer. So Arta, welcome to the podcast. Tell us a bit more about yourself and about your businesses.
Hello, thank you for having me here. I'm Arta. I'm from Latvia. I'm a designer, and I do many things. I do brand design and graphic design, and also studied coaching and implementing my coaching knowledge into practical self-coaching playbooks, and doing a lot of research about well-being, productivity, and all that. So putting that into templates that are practical and people can use them.
Yeah, that's so cool. I loved your templates. I used a couple of them. So there's even like free PDFs on your website
Yeah.
so that people can print them and use them. My wife is very fond of them. I think it's genius because it's like great UX, right? Everything is cool, everything is simple, everything is kind of gamified, and that's super useful when it comes to filling something and gaining a habit of filling the journal itself. So props to you for that. It's very cool. Today I want to talk a little bit of everything about career, stress management, parenting, personal finance, and so forth, habit building and journaling. So it's going to be a bit broad, but I think that's what the audience likes. So are you ready for a rapid fire type of questions?
Yay, I'm ready.
All
Let's
right,
go.
cool. So let's start with career direction. So to me, I recruit a lot of smart, talented folks at top leads. Also, I think that ambitious individuals have some kind of hard time managing their careers. And for what type of career advice would you have for young, smart, and ambitious folks out there?
Hmm. To to understand, like figure out, define their values, what their talents and strengths are, and based on that, and then their interests, of course, in what environment they want to be, and based on all those little pieces, figuring out what is their right direction, and not just going into some direction where you can make a lot of money, or someone told you it's a very, I don't know, good profession. But yeah, based on, the best is to figure out those things and define and see what and where is best for you. What profession could it be, and where it can be? Is it maybe somewhere abroad, or yeah? So that's what helped me as well, and that's basically the basis of also the career direction playbook, because there are those questions that help you define these answers and get you to some kind of insights and ideas. Yeah.
Very cool. Kind of ikigai, right? So what you're good at, what the market needs, what can make you money, and what's the last one? What you're passionate about, right? So what you're good at, what you're passionate about, what the market
Yeah.
needs, and the money
Value.
aspect, because we live in a capitalist society. Let's talk about stress management. So people are stressed nowadays, especially at work. What are some tips you have for them so that they can stay calm and stay productive and focused?
Okay, first thing is understanding what stress is. So just like taking a look into how it appears, how to notice it in yourself, and thinking about what have been some stressful situations, and where it appears in your like body, mind, and what happens with you, and then there are some techniques which are, some are more active, like for example you can do something active to get rid of some stress. You can also do some meditation, take a break, and all that. In a work environment, it's also possible to like create some library of books about this, create some posters. So there are many different things. You just need to find the right for you, and based on like how much time you have. You have 5 minutes, or you have like an hour, or maybe you're taking a break for a week. Just trying out different techniques and figuring out which ones work for you. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And As entrepreneurs, I believe, yeah, it's also about trying to control your thoughts, and signaling to your brain sometimes that this kind of thought is pretty much not acceptable, and it's just your anxiety playing tricks on you. It's sometimes we think about things, for example, oh, I'm hungry. Well, you're not really hungry. It's just your anxiety playing tricks on you, trying to go for the easy door because anxiety has been generated. So it's to dig deep down, to reflect, to have some self consciousness, like you said, meditating can help with that. So I guess
Mhm.
that helps a lot. Just that it's such a long journey, and people need to be patient as well, because you don't change in one day to the next. So very good
Oh
advice
yeah,
here. Um,
definitely.
Parenting, I could use some advice there because I'm not a parent yet, although I'm a parent of a young dog.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about some of your top three, let's say, smart parenting advice.
Yeah. So this one is quite interesting. I'm also not a parent, but I've written this book, but it's written together with a lady who is like a psychology major, and she has 3 kids and she's running her modeling agency. So she knows how to do it. And I was writing this playbook through this like child's perspective, how I would like my parents to, have treated me when I was little and dealt with some problems. So yeah, like that that's an interesting question. There are many different sides, and one important what I've heard from people that I tested the playbook with is like being patient is one key thing that sometimes parents forget that the kids are kids, and you just have to maybe sometimes repeat things many times before they really it gets to them, and yeah, remember to take definitely some time which is only for you and them, not like using your phone while you're talking with them and stuff like that, and yeah, helping them grow in this like with this attention that you can give them. And I would have to like go through the playbook to refresh my mind about some other things, but those I think are the most important. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. I also add two there. So the first one is, yeah, if you don't have children's yet, maybe start with the little dog. It's obviously it's not the same, but dog is like level 0.1 if having a child is level 10. So at least you'll
Yeah.
start from there, and you will learn about yourself and your management style. The next tip is kind of related to that. If you own a business and you own some employees, that's also a good start, to parenting. It's pretty much the same, right? You have young employees, they're learning, you need to teach
Yeah.
them, you need to be patient and so forth. So that's another good one. And a third one that I have, a bunch of people cannot even get along with their spouses. So
Mhm.
maybe start showing some patience with your spouse, because your children are going to be 10 times as more turbulent and challengeful than your
Yeah.
spouse, so that's always a good test. So practice yourself. That might be controlling your emotion, not snapping, and breathing, extending the time, as I like to say, not stressing out everything and do everything at the moment, fix everything right
Yeah.
now. No, just be patient and stretch it out.
Yeah,
um
exactly. And not
yeah.
controlling and letting go of perfectionism. Like it helps definitely.
Oh yeah, of course, because all humans have their flaws. There's something that I've learned, that there's no such thing as a perfect human. So it's
Yeah.
however you take it, and what you put in is what you get out of the relationship. So yeah, very good tips right there. I see the personal finance playbook there. Maybe we can finish by talking about personal finance tips. Do you have any for the listeners now?
Let me go through the playbook again in my mind. So first, like there are two, no, maybe three. Okay, one is like calculating your net worth. That is the first task in the playbook. and it helps you understand like where is the value, what things make value, and just like to grasp that. And then one big thing is savings, like learning to create savings, and putting away some money for specific purposes, not just like in a savings account, but create like 8 of them and name them in specific ways. And when you figure out how much amount, like how big amount, and in what time you want to save there, then it somehow is a lot easier to save, and it just happens. For me, it was the same. I used this like small boxes technique, where, for example, I'm saving for iPad, and I divide boxes, each one is 20 euros, and I put away money and fill in the little box. And is this like dopamine or something, like people's psychology in a brain, that you just want to finish the things and you want to fill in those boxes as fast as possible, and you just like in that way save the money quicker than in other ways. That's like my what I have found my way of saving.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Me, like on my side, I'd first ask myself the question: is my money playing for me or against me? So, is my money stressing me out, or is it adding value to my life? So, is there moments that you feel very stressed by your money, whether it is coming at the grocery store and having your card refused, or trying to get money out of the ATM and not having enough in your bank account, and having the bank call you for you to reimburse them and so forth. So is that would be playing against you because you feel the stress every time, right? So that's the basic of personal finance to me. And if that happens, then yes, maybe start thinking about solutions to save up more. I'm a big fan of making more as well, not saving. I've never been the saving type, so I love engineering, how to make more revenue on a monthly basis. But that's also what I would recommend to people. And then I'd also like ask myself the question: do I want to make money for egotistic reasons, just to tell my friends, I'm a millionaire and something like that? That it usually is not a super useful framework, because in the end, you're going to be by yourself and no one's going to care about your fortune. It's pretty much how you use it. Is it going to be useful for you? Is it going to be useful for others, if that's important for you? So that's what I would tell myself. Do these couple of exercises for my personal finances. Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
One last thing I want to finish off with is pretty much like tips for founders. You've been a founder, Arta, so maybe tell us a couple of tips to close it off of your experience being a founder, and what advice would you have for other founders out there?
Okay, yeah, from my experience, I think one important thing that helped me to get somewhere, actually not just think about ideas, was to go and do some research and start making things and testing with people. We also went to print shops, asked about vinyls, and we just did the research without even knowing how to do it. We didn't learn about it. The startups were not around basically when we did that in Latvia, and that just curiosity and wanting to explore and being interested in this topic and what actually people have to say helped us to build our business without even knowing a lot of like many things. And we would have done a lot of things differently, but yeah, that helped us. And like, yeah, staying curious and researching and testing your hypothesis is like, I think, very important.
Yeah, fundamental when you start a business. So Arta, thank you so much for coming in today. Where can people find out more about you and your brands?
Thank you for having me. It was nice talking to you.
Can people find out more about you on your website or on LinkedIn?
Yes, the website is artacitko.com, And also you can find me on LinkedIn. There's all the info, what I do, what I can help with. In the website, you can find the playbooks. Some of them are PDFs, some of them you can download for free, and some of them you can buy a hard copy as well. So feel free to take a look. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have yourself a great day.
Thank you.